Yo, what is good YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best limited lineup for week 5 of MyTEAM Limited in season 6. I'm not even sure if they've added a locker code yet no, they have not added a locker code yet this week for what the limited choices are going to be. So I guess we'll find out next Friday who the limited choices are going to be for this season. It's going to be a limited option pack. You're going to have the ability to choose a Hall of Fame badge or 4 limited players. So you're going to want to make sure you're getting your rings if you have been getting your rings already, like my man Alec has, whose account I'm on right now. But yeah, we'll hop into that and talk about what the limited lineup is in just a second. But before that, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 6,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Channel has been growing like crazy recently. Best really last month or two that I've ever had on YouTube, and I really do appreciate all y'all's support a ton. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for daily MyTEAM content. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and talk about what the limited requirements are for this week. So limited, you are required to use 13 players from the same franchise. So the same team, you got to use 13 players from that team. So you're not gonna be able to mix and match too much, and you can use up to 1 opal and 4 diamonds. Everybody else has to be ruby or lower. So the team that I decided to go with is the Los Angeles Lakers. I'll hop over to 2KDB in just a second to talk about what that team is going to look like. I tried to find teams with dynamic duos and things like that, but I couldn't really find any dynamic duos for teams that would benefit this team that also had several good diamond cards to use in their lineup. So I decided the Lakers is probably the best team to go with for this limited lineup. So let's hop over to 2KDB and talk about what that lineup is going to look like. All right, so over here on the 2KDB page, you can use 4 diamonds and 1 galaxy opal, like I was talking about earlier. So you're going to want to make sure your starting lineup has those diamonds and that opal in it. The bench is going to be all rubies and lower. Still has to be Laker players, but the starting lineup is really the key for this team. And starting off at the starting PG position, we're going to go with Shannon Brown, who's a supernova card, pretty cheap, came out pretty recently, and is actually a very solid PG option. 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan, which isn't elite size, but it's pretty good, especially compared to the point guards that a lot of other teams are going to be using. 12 hops, 36 golds, decent hotspots, fast twitch, limitless takeoff, posterizer, catch, corner, sniper, quick first step, clamps, and pogo stick. A lot of good Hall of Fame badges out of those 12 hops. Also has good gold shooting badges like blinders, limitless spot up, good playmaking badges like handles for days and quick chain on gold, ankle break, and glue hands. Good defensive badges. Overall, he's a pretty solid all-around card. Elite slasher, great speed, good shooter, and super solid all-around defender, especially on the perimeter, but he's pretty good on the interior as well. Jump shot 26 on very quick is a pretty solid release. It's fast and easy to green. Same jumper that Serge Ibaka, Devin Harris, Dave DeBuscher have. So it's a pretty solid release. Honestly, a pretty good, smooth, fast release. And quick dribble style, pro size up is good sigs. His escape, the Luka escape, and the full court sigs aren't incredible, but he does have solid half court sigs, as well as a good release. Really solid all around stats and badges. One of the best diamond point guards in the game, and he is going to be our starting point guard on this team. At the 2, I'm going with AR-15, Austin Reeves, who's the clutch time reward. I don't even remember if he's the clutch time reward for this season. I think he's the clutch time reward for last season. So if you got to 10 wins in clutch time last season, you're going to have this card in your account. If you didn't get to clutch time 10 wins last season, I would recommend using Diamond Kobe Bryant instead. He's a diamond you can buy instead, but I do think Austin Reeves is the better option of the 2. He's 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan, 36 gold badges, 10 hops, hotspots from almost everywhere outside the 3-point line, 93 shot 3, solid dunker, good speed, good defender, great shooting badges, fast switch and posterizer as well. No half defensive badges, but decent gold playmaking and defensive badges. Just a solid all-around card. He's got a good release, jump shot 4 on quick. It's a super solid release. It's smooth, fast, easy to green, kind of tough to contest. Fundamental dribble style, pro size up, Kobe escape. His sigs aren't amazing, but they're not completely horrible. Fundamental's not great, but the pro size up and Kobe escape are good dribble sigs, and he's just a super solid all-around card. You could definitely go with Diamond Kobe instead. I think it's kind of opinion between the two, but I do like this jumper a lot, and I feel like Austin Reeves is a super solid diamond card. At the 3, this is a little bit tougher because you have a few guys you can go with, and I'll just show you your options in terms of the diamond cards at the 3. And we're going with another diamond at 3 because we're going to be saving our Galaxy Opal for the 5. So just keep that in mind. But I clicked the wrong team. I picked Clippers instead of Lakers. But let's go here to Lakers diamonds, and you got a couple different options. You could go with a smaller 3 like a Kobe or a Michael Cooper. You can go with somebody taller like a Robert Horry or an AC Green, somebody like that. And for me personally, the guy that I think is the best option to use is probably going to be Michael Cooper. And I know he is a little bit undersized at only 6'5" for the 3, but what this card gives you is super solid defensive ability, a very good 3-and-D card, and he's relatively recent, so he's got solid stats and badges all the way around as well. So Michael Cooper, 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. Like I said, he's a bit undersized, but hot shots everywhere outside the 3, half catch, half sniper, and 10 Hall of Fame defensive badges. Really, really great defender, great defensive stats as well on the perimeter. Interior could use a little work, but overall with great shooting ability at 93 shot 3, a 94 speed and excel, 90 driving dunk, and 90 speed with ball as well. Gold finishing and playmaking badges, solid all-around card. Jump shot 28 on very quick. It's a pretty good release, same base as guys like Dennis Johnson, Derek White, Jalen Brunson have. It's definitely pretty solid. The shifty dribble style with the Kobe escape gives him at least a little bit of playmaking ability as well. And overall, I just think Michael Cooper is a great 3-and-D guy, even if he is a little bit undersized, to play at the 3 for this limited lineup. At the 4, I'm going with AC Green. If I can type his name right, I think this is right. Here we go. AC Green. And I think AC Green is a great option at the 4. Another relatively recent diamond card. Pretty complete card. He's got good size at 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. Hotspots from both corners. 13 hops include putback boss, and then 12 defensive badges. Very similarly to Michael Cooper. He's an elite defender, but he's an elite defender on the perimeter and the interior, which is super valuable. Not a ton of shooting or playmaking badges, but he does have catch, corner, sniper, quick first step. Can get other badges if you want to add them to him. I probably wouldn't, because his role on offense is literally just going to be catch and shoot pretty much. But 91 speed and excel and 84 shot 3 is more than enough with these shooting badges to knock down consistently when he's open. And he's an elite defender, which is really what he's there for, to defend on the interior and the perimeter. He's got interior badges like brick wall, post lockdown, and rim protector, and the perimeter badges like clamps, interceptor, hustler, intimidator, things like that. So jump shot 4 on very quick as well. Very good jump shot, definitely smooth, easy to green. Shifty dribble style with the Kobe escape gives him a little bit of playmaking ability in the pinch, kind of like Michael Cooper. And he's just another elite defender who's going to be a great catch and shoot guy, and is a super solid all-around option. And then at the center position, we're going with Galaxy Opal George Mikan, who might be a tiny bit undersized, but is honestly a very solid Opal center. Comes with a 6'10" wingspan, a 7'1" height, hotspots from everywhere. 25 hops include shifty dribble style. 25 hops include catch and shoot, corner specialist, sniper, great finishing badges, quick first step, and great defensive badges. He's an elite all-around defender. He's got great speed, great shooting, and great dunking ability. Comes pretty darn complete with all the badges he has as well. Jumper is really good. Jump shot 4 again for the 3rd time this video on very quick. It's a great jumper though, just like what I've talked about with Austin Reeves and AC Green. It's a very good jumper. It's smooth, it's fast, and it's easy to green. Shifty dribble style, pro size up, KD escape gives him pretty darn solid playmaking for a center. Honestly, he can easily be your secondary ball handler for this lineup. So 4 out of 5 of these guys have quick or shifty. They all have solid SIGs. They all have great, super solid all-around badges. Can all shoot the floor, stretch the floor. Got a good amount of playmaking and slashing ability as well. Just a nice versatile starting lineup right here between these 5 cards, using these 4 diamonds and this Galaxy Opal. And I think this is probably the best lineup that you can build with starters to build this team. Basically, off the bench, you're not going to play your bench much. I really recommend that you don't play your bench much and you play as little bit as possible and basically just play your starters the whole game. But there are still a couple of Ruby cards that you can use for Lakers. Really, besides Smush Parker though, none of these cards are particularly good, so just keep that in mind. You can use guys like Julius Randle, Magic Johnson, guys like that, but James Worthy, like all these dudes can shoot the ball when they're open and stuff like that. But really, besides Smush Parker, I wouldn't say that any of these cards are particularly good and particularly worth using, and that extends to the Sapphires, the Emeralds, and the Golds. There's not a lot of significantly good cards at this point to use. I mean, none of these cards are relatively recent at all. They're not going to be complete offensively or defensively. Obviously, the Emeralds and Golds are going to get even worse. So for what I would say is that you're going to want to make sure that you're basically using your starter lineup the whole time. If you have the Smush Parker, feel free to throw him on the bench, bring him in. You can still throw in some of those other rubies, like I said, like James Worthy, Magic Johnson, Julius Randle, if you want to throw in a couple guys to bring off your bench, because they're not terrible cards. But besides these 6 guys, the rest of the cards you're going to want to use are kind of just fillers to fill out this lineup with Lakers players, and these are the guys you're going to want to be relying on to win you games with your team. So hopefully this video does help you out, and hopefully it gives you a great picture of the type of limited lineup that I would recommend that you build for this week. Explains my reasoning behind it as well and everything, and if it does, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.